Morning. Monday, January 10th. Welcome to vlog 18. Ugh. I need a shower, as you can tell. I'm waiting for the house to become comfortable. Because while some people might use the word invigorating to step out into a cold house out of a hot shower, that is not a word I am inclined to use. Isn't that right? Come here. Come here. It feels like no. I got the prior vlog uploaded actually in a pretty decent amount of time today. Usually it takes a little bit longer, so I'm actually kind of happy about that. I don't know why it always flips it like that. It says dogs are people too. So, okay, so 2 small potatoes. Cover with water and like fill probably an inch from the top of your pot. This is not a very big sauce pot. We're not making a big pot. We're going to put about a teaspoon of salt into the water, and we're going to bring this up to a boil. And what I'm doing is I'm intentionally making these potatoes soft enough to be turned into mashed potatoes. But all that water is going to stay in there because we're making a creamy potato soup. So let's get this underway, and I will show you guys the rest of the things that I'm going to be tossing into here because it is a day fit for creamy potato soup. Alright, so we're going to do some Fiesta blend cheese in there. I'm going to chop up some mushrooms, what's left of my mushrooms. We're going to do 1 green onion. Only 1 because this batch of green onions that my husband brought home is actually very potent. And then once they are done boiling, we're going to, and mashing them up, we'll taste them, add a little bit more salt and black pepper. And that's going to be it, because this is really meant to be a very simple bowl of soup, and it's not going to be complex. Now, if I had some bacon bits done, I would be throwing the bacon bits in there, and the more I think about it, the more I'm probably actually going to make some bacon bits, because I want to saute the mushrooms before adding them to the soup. So we're going to do that too. Correction, we're not putting bacon in there, because I have no bacon thawed. Oops. We're gonna put this back on the eye for a bit longer, because as you can see, not all of the potato wants to cream up and mash up, so I need to let that finish. But that is how you get it creamy. Alright, mushrooms are added. And I'm going to throw my cheese in. Maybe about a cup of cheese. See how much thicker that got when I added the cheese? It's not quite there yet, though. at you guys. Like so. That way there's enough light. Because I don't have my kitchen lights back yet. Might be enough black pepper. Ah, yes. Yeah, that's enough. Alright. Gonna let that come to a boil again, and I'll show you guys what it looks in a bowl once it's done. Don't start nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go enjoy some lunch. Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 11th, I think. You know it's going to be a long day with not a lot of filming. When your husband sits down and the first words out of his mouth are Jesus bleeping Christ, along with certain other various phrases involving people's overall intelligence and their lack of regard for people who have very long work days. And if you work in a job that deals with people on a regular basis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. On with the day. January 14th? Thursday? No, January 13th for Thursday. It is a gorgeous day in the high Sonoran Desert. We have the windows open in the house. That's how gorgeous of a day it is. It's the middle of January. It's the middle of winter. And, yeah. We had I think they're called fire dogs. It's where you can see a, circular rainbow in the clouds around the sun. We actually had that a little bit earlier, but it didn't want to show up on my camera, so on my phone. That's okay. Here soon it'll become practical to invest in a better camera for the channel, but not quite yet. Good morning. It is Saturday, January 15th. You guys will note that there are a couple of days missing from the vlog reel. That's just because I didn't feel like recording. I've been trying to finish a 20-stitch afghan. As you can see, it gets interrupted frequently. Is my hair going to become a constant thing for this channel? I feel like it's going to be. What the heck? Okay. There have been several days in this January where I've been able to open the windows for a few hours in the afternoon. That's not going to happen today because the wind is way too cold. Very glad I have a windbreaker though. Whew. Brr. Brr. Good morning. It is January 16th. It is a Sunday. Not a bad night's sleep last night. It was actually pretty nice. Oh, I've got so many birds outside right now. And today's vlog, I'm going to show you guys a couple of the projects that I've been working on crochet-wise. Show you how my bullet journal has been going. And that'll wrap the week. Let me show you this absolutely adorable thing that LT has been doing. She's been sitting with her face as close to the space heater as she can get it. She only just started doing that this week, so it's utterly adorable. Alright, it's time for another cup of coffee. And then once the sun actually gets up a bit better and I know what my natural light is doing, I'll be able to do some filming with the crochet and knitting projects. Hopefully I'm in frame. I really don't want to refilm this part again. So hopefully I'm in frame. Real quick. I've been inquired by some personal friends if I mix my magical journal with my bullet journal. No. The amount of information I write down in my magic journals would overwhelm my bullet journal. My bullet journal is meant to help me keep projects and timelines, and combining my magical practice with my bullet journal is not compatible for me personally. There are a lot of lovely ladies and gentlemen out there who are able to combine the two. I am not one of those people. So, something about Sundays, I'm able to really actually catch you guys up on just some of the stuff that's going on. It has been a brisk and chilly week here at Crane's Hearth. It has been, I've had days where I could open the windows completely for like a good 4 or 5 hours. And then the sun starts going down and then the windows have to be shut quickly, because once the sun starts going down, the temperature just starts to evaporate. You can feel the heat leaving the air around you. And some days I haven't been able to open the window because the wind has just been too brisk. I've got a few projects that I'm going to be trying to get done this week that I have not exactly been thoroughly successful on staying motivated on. Main reason for that is I have got this poor blanket that I have been trying to get finished. This is a variation of a pattern called the 10 stitch. And I changed it up by doing a 20 because I wanted wider color bands. And this is Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. The colorways on all of the colors they've done have been just absolutely gorgeous. I think this is probably going to end up being roughly twin size, but it's meant more for me in here in the studio. Actually, I take that back. This is meant more for my rocking chair for the wintertime, or for the couch for the days when I'm finally able to remind myself that I can sit down and read whenever the hell I want. So I've been working on that. I've got a cardigan for my husband I've been working on. I've been working on a matching hat, fingerless gloves, and scarf for myself. I have a couple other things that I'm going to be starting once I get done with this. Working this year to work my way through almost all of my yarn. I've got a lot of yarn set aside for the stuff of stocking, and then I've got yarn that is set aside for things for me that I've been putting off making because I've been trying to make inventory for the now defunct Jade Rose Productions, and it's been nice not putting myself under that pressure anymore. So maybe in a few years I might try again, but as an extension of Crane's Hearth. All right, so I guess the main thing I want to show you guys is this tracker format, which is a horizontal or vertical / horizontal, depending on what angle you have it at. The advantage to an Exceed journal. Wow, here we go. And I've actually been finding keeping track of my sleep, not something I used to do in the past, but keeping track of my sleep is definitely telling me a lot of information about my mental health. So I don't have a mood tracker in my bullet journals. A lot of bullet journals have mood trackers. I don't feel like I need it because I know if I have a day where I haven't completed anything or I've slept like crap, obviously I'm not going to be in a good mood that day. My trackers for my self-care, the house and homestead, my sleep, that is my mood tracker. I'm keeping track of water intake just because it seemed like a good idea, and I've got some pretty interesting numbers starting to pop up on that. And I'm working on a book. It's taking some time. My recipes this month, I've already mastered. I made perfect pastrami and damn near perfect pulled pork banh mi. And when I say damn near perfect, as you guys saw in the previous vlog, I couldn't put it on bread, but both me and Dave are trying to be low carb. I have a gluten intolerance, so too much wheat is no bueno. I'm actually writing Mom and Dad this month. That's coming up. Let's see. But so far, we're doing pretty good here. I used one of the notepads to create a daily, one of the pieces from the Archer and Olive December, and I colored it in, which actually ended up working really, really well. But as you can see, I've got the rest of January set up. Now, February here, we're going to be setting this up Saturday the 29th. We're We're going to be setting up February Saturday 29th because by that point in time, I'm fairly certain I'm not going to need any extra pages. If I do, I'll probably just use a tip-in. But I have found that despite the fact that I have the lined journal, I'm just not using the lined journal as much because most days I'm just going to have little notes like this, little sections of notes. And so I've moved away from using the lined journal as much, but I might need it again for this week. But I've also been saving this for things like my card work and my rune work. And days where I just, for whatever reason, I've got a large number of thoughts and I need the lined journal. So that is what that is. But yeah. And I'm going to be using, did I put those in here already? I don't think I did. Nope. There we go. So for February, I'm going to be using one from each set of the Archer and Olive stickers to help me set up February. I'm probably going to be using those gorgeous metallic colored pencils that came with them. And as you can see, February has 28 days. So I used the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st on my last 3 days of January. And the other two sets of sheets I'm saving until December of this year. And when I'm done, well, what is going to happen with the February? I'm going to have my Dutch door taped in here. And I'm going to be playing around with a couple more spreads. But I'm also only going to set up the first week. And I'm going to do it in a style that is not like a lot of the others. And I'll show you guys in the February setup with me. But I'm going to be experimenting a lot more in February. Because in February, I'm also going to be honestly evaluating how many sheets I'm using. Oh, hi. Why are you there? Okay. Ooh. Okay, that was totally not deliberate, but okay, I know what I'm using for my February goal list for the monthly. But I'm going to be doing a lot more playing around with the February spreads. I'll probably have the weekly set up. And if I find myself using more space for the notes than what I need, I'll probably turn to the end of the month focus and just fill in pages after the month is over. Because I'm finding trying to have more than one journal that I'm working out of for my day-to-day stuff is just not working out. I still got the master notebook for keeping track of homestead and bills and actual budgeting and all that stuff right here. And then I've got my reading journal, which, well, I'll tell you guys about what's going to happen with that in the February plan with me at the end of the month. So. Seeds are planted. Garden journal started. The garden journal will be included in the February plan with me. And my jerky is in the oven finishing. This week's vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next week. Take care.